Thank you, Matt, for joining us. Very appreciate it. I'm sure you master how to present your company in 20, 30 seconds. Do you want to give it a try?
Sure. What Skejul is a cloud-based artificial intelligence platform that takes the guesswork out of planning or scheduling any activity with anybody.
So basically a virtual assistant.
It's a virtual assistant that is smart, learns your habits, learns your preferences and priorities, and you teach it to be the best assistant that could ever be for you. So that when you want to connect with somebody, you don't have to do all the work. The technology does it in the background, and it gives you the answer that you can then make a decision on. So it doesn't make the decisions for you, but it helps you do all the heavy lifting so that you can do what you want to do.
Great. So I've seen in your profile, you're a serial entrepreneur, right?
Right.
So what does it take to be an entrepreneur?
It takes a lot of guts. Yeah, it takes a lot of guts. It takes this dynamic of wanting a better future, wanting a vision of the way things could be, with an impatience of where things are today. So a lot of people say, well, things are okay. You know, I can do what I want to do. I can go to my work, and everything's fine. They can get along very well. But the people who are impatient, who say things could be better, I could do something that maybe other people would like, and I have to make that happen. That's an entrepreneur.
Okay. So being an entrepreneur, you need to have a good team around you. And so when you look at people, if you have 3 top strengths you're looking at, what will it be?
The first thing I look for is, do people follow up on what they tell you they're going to do? It's at basic performance level.
So accountability.
Accountability. If they say they're going to do something, do they do it? Can they deliver when the time comes that they have to deliver? For entrepreneurial teams, there's no extra people. Every person has to do 2 or 3 different jobs, and every job is critically essential to the organization. And so, if they can't do the work, then they may be great people, but they may not be a right fit for your team. And so that's very challenging. And especially when you're building a brand new product, and especially a tech product, where a close miss in terms of technical skill, you'll never get to the final product. You have to have somebody who's absolutely perfect for the job. And whether they're a hacker or professionally trained, if they can deliver, you stick with them through thick and thin.
So accountability is the first one. Will be the second and third key strength?
I think the second thing is this ability to own the common goal. That as a team, it's not about who's smarter, who's doing better, who's happened to do more work that day or not. It's, can we get together and do something that's amazing and extraordinary that we can do together in the shortest amount of time. And so it's that ability to say, look, I want to get where I'm going. I'm going to help you get where you're going, and we can do this together. But we can only do it together if we're really working hard.
Okay, so the team spirit is
team
very
spirit.
Key. So what about passion? How important is it when you hire people to see that they are passionate?
What you're hiring is their particular passion. So if you hire a CTO, they have to be extraordinarily passionate about their world, and they have to be as passionate as they can be about your vision. They're not going to be as totally passionate about the end goal that you've thought maybe years or a decade on this problem and all the ins and outs about it. They're going to sign on. They're going to be very engaged and passionate about it, but that's not the passion that you want or that you need. You already have that. What you need is the passion you don't have. The passion to understand everything about their part of the organization, how they can contribute to bring everybody together along at the right time.
So aside of what you're doing, there's so many new technology. Like, can you talk to us about a little bit the different technology in the market that excite you, for example?
Sure. I think this is an extraordinary time because we've got everything from natural language processing to image recognition on the machine learning side, to other robotics technologies that are really phenomenal. And so we have a new revolution that we're in the middle of right now, and we're just starting to understand that it's here. When the internet came along, we didn't understand it was here until it was everywhere, right? And I think AI is kind of like that. I think what will happen to AI is similar to what happened to the internet. It became everywhere and then it was nowhere, right? And so artificial intelligence will be that way too. So in our platform, we're going to be extraordinarily important to a lot of people very early on as they start engaging and they start planning activities, whether it's work, life, or recreational activities in the platform. And they'll have an extraordinary experience. But what will happen is as Skejul gets embedded into other apps and services because of our API, they'll start using and getting the value of our platform, and they won't ever see it. And in fact, you can engage and have the value of Skejul without an interface at all. You could tell Skejul, hey, I need to have a doctor's appointment next week. And Skejul works and figures out when you're available, when the doctor's available, and makes that happen, says it's Tuesday at 10 o'clock. And it can be that thin of an experience because all the work is done in the background. And so when you look at artificial intelligence, the better it is, the less you may see of it in the future. And that's one of the goals that I personally have.
Great, Matt. Thank you very much for being with us today. It was great.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Bye-bye.